This car is nuts. What's up, YouTube? It's been ages since we've done a video, and I'm here with something special. Anyone that knows me knows that this is literally my favorite car in the world. I have posters of these beasts all over my room, all over my office. It's a thing of beauty. I mean, it's not exactly a Hellcat or Demon, but this SRT is crazy. Look at that badge. Oh. This thing is terrifying. I have never driven a car so scary in my life. It literally just wants to kill you. It's insane. So starting from the front, I actually really like the I like the spec of this car, the all black and the black stripes down the middle. It's a little bit worn out, the one that we got given, but honestly I think it's such a lovely touch. And look at this massive vent going into the hood. This thing is so aggressive, and if you look at it from the side, it's so long. When you're driving this thing, it's honestly impossible to know where the front is. It takes a long time to get used to. This thing is huge. Coming around to the side, they got these massive 22-inch rims with the red Brembo brakes. I actually really like that touch. It's not often you see a Challenger with like different colored brakes to the body. Most of them are matching because that's not really what these cars are for, but I think it's a lovely touch. And then you got the matching 392. So this is a 392 SRT Hemi, and I actually think the red matches the brakes. It's a proper nice little touch. And if you look at the windows, I'll show you properly from the inside a bit later, but this back window is tiny. You can't see anything. It's a two-door coupe, and again, I'll show you properly later. You can maybe fit some kids in the back if you're lucky. I don't know if you're getting anyone in those back seats, but they're good for carrying your bags. Although you don't really need to, because this trunk is absolutely massive. And I love these exhausts. They match the lights. If you look, they got that flat wide look, and I think the whole car just flows. Even those little red lights above the exhausts, everything just matches so well. So if we come over here and open the boot, guys didn't clean it out. But it's huge. It's absolutely massive. I don't know if this actually does justice to just how massive this boot really is. I could genuinely, in fact, wait. I'm gonna get inside this thing. Look at me. I'm literally a whole body. Look at my legs. I can fit. Well, you could definitely fit a body inside this thing. I'll tell you that for free. I know this isn't really relevant to the video, but I'm just gonna add this in anyway. Look at this. This thing is absolutely gorgeous. Look at it. That is the coolest fuel cap I've ever seen on a car. I can't lie. It's so shiny. So moving inside this car, I actually really like the spec, to be honest. You have Alcantara seats with leather on the outside. The steering wheel is fat and chunky. It's one of the biggest steering wheels I've ever seen in my life. Proper aluminium pedals, a really nice gauge, which I'll show you the screen a bit later, but when it lights up, it gives you actually a lot of detail, some crazy stuff. It tells you the G-forces, it tells you the temperatures of pretty much everything in the car. But these are actually heated and ventilated seats, heated steering wheel. It's got a really nice, thick, solid center console. Bit of a worn out gear shifter. It's a bit nasty inside this car, but you know, it is what it is. A nice big screen, which is not the best quality, but you don't expect that from a car like this. And then here is a tiny ass back seats. Tiny back seats. You would be lucky to fit a child in here, I can't lie. But, you know, we got bags. Our bags need space. It's good enough. I love this as well. The red seat belts. Such a nice touch. SRT logo on the seats, SRT logo on the steering wheel. It's a nice car, man. It's a nice interior. We've sat inside Camaros and other things like some of the older Corvettes, and they don't even come close to matching the quality of this. I'm really impressed. Moving back to the front to take a look under this giant hood. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. Oh, this thing is massive. Where is it? There it is. Alright, thank God this thing is on gas struts because it is giant. But anyway, moving on to this absolutely filthy 6.4 litre Hemi V8 of pure destruction, unadulterated destruction. If you look at here, this giant supercharger which makes an incredible noise. That supercharger whine is gorgeous. So this thing here is putting out about 485 horsepower, 475 pounds-feet of torque, which is not insane compared to the Dodge Demon, but it's enough, man. It's enough. It can sprint to 0 to 60 in about 4.7 seconds, limited by the fact that it's rear-wheel drive and goes absolutely crazy sideways, but it's so dramatic. You don't need that 0 to 60 to be below 4 seconds because it feels faster just from the noise and the drama of it all. It's crazy. I love this thing. Look, I know we're all thinking it, so I'm just going to say it. Yes, this is a Dodge Challenger with a soft limiter. It's the sign of the end, guys. It's very sad. Whoever decided this needs jail time, but at least it sounds a lot better when it's driving. Boy, fuck! So sitting in front of the wheel here. Let me just turn it on. Oof. So if you take a look at the screen, it's pretty simple, nothing crazy. You can cycle through speedometer and vehicle info and a bunch of other stuff, performance, drive assist. There's a lot of cool stuff. I really like these gauges as well, the way they spin up as you rev the car. Look at this, 12 miles per gallon average. Oh, it's so bad. And then moving over here onto the screen, like I said, a lot of features actually. So you got your heated seats, your ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, mirror dimmer, a lot of really cool stuff actually. Heated ventilated seats for the passenger too. And then if we press this button, the best button in the car, you can come over here to the drive select mode. So right now we're in default, which is basic. Then you've got sport, putting everything in sport, stiffens up suspension, turns off traction control, which if you want to do that in this car, you're a bit nuts, but we've been doing it, and yeah, you'll see that later. Suspension, steering, everything in sport. The steering gets so heavy when you chuck this thing in sport. And in track mode, yeah, we haven't really ventured into that because it's red, and red means scary, but we will. For now, we're going to leave it in sport. And you can even customize a bit more if you want from here, but yeah, this is basically it, and the rest of it's pretty basic. Media, radio, phone, you know, the usual. I think it's got both, I don't know if you can see it from here, but it's got both Apple, what's it called? Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Oh, it doesn't? Oh, apparently it doesn't. I'm wrong. All right, never mind, forget that. But yeah, that's the inside. It's time to go. Take off that parking brake. Put it in reverse. Do a little skirt. Oh yeah, it's got a camera as well. We forgot about that because it stopped working, but it's decided to start working again, so that's good. Put it into drive. And we out this bitch. Let's go. Gotta take it easy with this thing, man. This thing is rowdy.